Hi and welcome to my soul tribe. My name is Miriam Rose. If you like this video, please make sure to subscribe, set your bell on all, like, comment and share, as I really appreciate all of your support. Now let's get on with the video. Have you ever felt like you are different from everybody else? Like you notice things that other people don't, and you get the sense that there is more to others and yourself than what can regularly be perceived. It is not that you are weird, it is just that you are more in tune with the spiritual world. If you think that this might be you, then you will probably relate to the following 14 traits of spiritually gifted people. You have a comforting aura. People often go to you when they need help processing their feelings or venting about their frustrations. You are there to listen to them, and when they need it, provide helpful wisdom. Eventually, you can see them release their tensions when they are with you. They become more casual in their tone and posture around you. That's because you have such a comforting aura. People might have even pointed it out to you. They often say they feel comfortable around you, even if you have just met them. Animals are tame around you. You seem to have a way with animals that others don't. While they may bark and growl at others, when it comes to you, they become gentle and even obedient. It's often believed that animals are more sensitive to spirits. It's common to see dogs drawn to empty corners of the house. It is because they're able to sense the spiritual energy around them. So when they are with you, they can sense yours as well. You're able to connect with them that even trainers cannot. You feel energized late at night. While you might have gotten used to it, that hour of the day is actually spiritually charged. Between 3 and 4 a.m. is believed to be called the witching hour. This is the time when the barrier between the spirit world and the real world is at its thinnest. You think it's because something went bump in your house or that your bladder is small, but that might not actually be the case. It might be because there are messages from the spirit world that you are receiving at that time. You are discovering your true spiritual journey. Another characteristic of a spiritually gifted person is the fact that they are in the process of discovering their true spiritual journey, if they haven't already. However, even the most spiritually gifted people pick up toxic habits. So, to make sure you are on an empowering and worthwhile right spiritual path, ask yourself the following questions. When it comes to your personal spiritual journey, which toxic habits have you unknowingly picked up? Is it the idea that all your dreams will come true if you raise your vibrations? Maybe it is a belief that you are following an ascendant master guru who will lead you to a new plane of existence where life's jealousies and suffering will be left behind. Well, there is some really bad news for you. That guru who is promising things that are too good to be true is lying to you, and probably to himself or herself as well. That vibration you want to raise is creating a cycle of guilt and unworthiness. You may even hurt those around you. Spirituality should be about empowering yourself, not suppressing emotions, not judging others, but forming a pure connection with who you are at your core, and who you can become if you unleash your personal power and creativity. Even if you are well into your spiritual journey, it is never too late to unleash the myths you have bought for truth. You make attractive first impressions. You can connect with strangers easily. Your conversations flow, and there isn't that regular awkwardness that tends to be felt upon a first meeting. You might even notice that strangers gravitate towards you for some reason. This is believed to be because these strangers have souls that need healing. Being spiritually gifted, being in your energy, is comforting and rejuvenating for them. You're sensitive to the emotions of others. When someone opens up to you about some pain in their past, you're deeply affected, even if you may not know the person that much. You might even be watching a dramatic movie and find yourself crying often about what happened with the characters. That's because being spiritually gifted means that you are able to connect with others on a deeper level. You are more empathetic than others. This empathy is also what helps form your strongest relationships. Your dreams are shockingly vivid. It is common for people to wake up and barely remember their dreams. They can only make out specific parts of it. This isn't what you experience, however. When you wake up from a dream, you're able to recite the scenes as if it were a memory, a vision. There is an odd level of detail in your dreams, but you cannot explain why. Your dreams also often seem like premonitions about what's going to happen in the future. This is because spiritually gifted people are able to look into the spirit world through dreaming. Sleep doesn't come easy. Others might fall into a deep and restful sleep after an exhausting day, but not you. You're always unsure whether you will be able to sleep. Often, you feel more energized as you lie in your bed in the silence of the night. It is the intense spiritual connection that spiritually gifted people have that keeps them awake at night. One moment, they might be seeing haunting visions from the spirit world. The next, they will feel a jolt of energy during the witching hours from 3 to 4 a.m. Their moods and feelings might also be unstable and changing because of the moon, especially during the new moon and full moon. You have a strong intuition. When you are faced with a tough decision where others might panic and feel anxious, you don't feel all too worried. It is as if somehow already you know which choice to pick and you don't find any reason to stress about it more. The spiritually gifted are able to somehow predict or see visions of the outcomes of their choices. Above rational thinking, they get a good gut feeling about what choice is going to bring them the most peace. They have powerful intuition, one that they rely on often in their daily living. That is why spiritually gifted people are often also confident whenever they have to choose something. They already know the right answer before they're even asked. Cloudy skies and sunny days affect you. When the weather looks gloomy outside, you might feel unmotivated to work. Instead, you'd rather lie down all day under the blanket with your favorite hot drink. When the weather is sunny, however, you feel insanely active and productive. You have never really noticed before, but when you reflect on your weeks, it becomes clear to you. Seasons and weather conditions tend to influence your behavior more than you would want. It is believed that the spiritually gifted have a special bond with not only the spirit world, but with the physical world that they inhabit, their environment and surroundings. Criticisms make you feel uneasy. The spiritually gifted tend to be sensitive to not only their own personal spirituality but also with their own feelings and emotions. Because of this, comments and criticism that tend to strike them more intensely than it does with other people, even if it was innocent and constructive. Even comments mentioned in passing can already affect a spiritually gifted person's self-esteem. Growth and self-improvement become particularly difficult because of this. They understand the need to become better as individuals, but they constantly have to fight themselves about it. What spiritually gifted focus on is that each comment isn't meant to be taken personally. They don't let the negativity of the criticism get the best of them. You imagine things people cannot. Spiritually gifted people tend to be seen as more creative than others. That's because their ability to imagine is one of their defining features. While others seem confined to thinking within the bounds of this world, spiritually gifted people can access entirely different worlds and universes of ideas. Being highly imaginative also helps spiritually gifted people with their plans in life. Since they often experience premonitions and visions about the future, they're able to plan around what they sense may happen, while others may not even consider all the worst-case scenarios of what might happen when they go out on a trip or a plane or an event. The spiritually gifted know what they need to do to avoid potential catastrophes. You're deeply emotional. This can be one of the downsides that you will have to learn to live with if you believe that you are spiritually gifted. You will often feel emotions that seem counter to what you are experiencing in the real world at the moment. You know that you should be happy when you are with friends, but there's something lingering and nagging in the back of your mind that's stopping you from doing it. Being spiritually gifted means being more sensitive to your own emotions and feelings. When something doesn't feel right to you when you are out with your friends, it's going to throw you off the entire time. Another instance might be if someone says something insulting to you that they didn't mean. You might just explode at them without hesitation. There's a pressure between your eyebrow. The third eye, the eye that's believed to be able to detect spirits, is found between the eyebrows. When you walk into an abandoned building or you hold an antique, there's something about it that you can sense. You can see the spirits that once lived in the abandoned house, walking around as if they were still in the physical world. You can sense the energy coming from the antique objects, a sign that it was meaningful and significant to the previous owner. When you feel suspicious pressure between your eyebrows when you come across spiritually charged objects and areas, that could mean that your third eye is open and active. active. Being spiritually gifted allows you to be in touch with your spirituality, but only with practice. Once you have been able to hone your spiritual abilities by being spiritually mindful about them, you will be able to access a world beyond your own, the spiritual world. It may sound conceited or narcissistic to focus on loving yourself first, but it is not. The point isn't to believe you are better than others or to accept things about yourself that you really do not need to change. It is about developing a healthy and nurturing relationship with you. Loving yourself is about committing to who you are, understanding the many different nuances to your identity, and showing yourself a level of care and intimacy that we usually reserve for other people. Unfortunately, we are not taught how to love ourselves from an early age, and we end up caring about what others think of us rather than focusing on what we need at a more fundamental level. The art of loving yourself first and everything else falls into place is about being a spiritually gifted person. So please love yourself first and everything else will fall into place. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like celebrity news, then please visit my other channel called Miriam Rose. With absolute gratitude, love and light, cosmic kisses to everyone. Till next time, bye for now.